Year 1, Worksheet 18. Before construction, it is good to underline the important facts in the question and draw a rough diagram which will show us what the result will look like. We begin with a straight line, PQ, 9.5 cm. Next, we want to construct the side 9.8. To do that, we bring the compass to the ruler and take a measurement of 9.8 cm, transfer it to the point Q, and mark an arc of 9.8 cm. Similarly, to construct the side 8.5, again we bring the compass to the ruler and take a measurement of 8.5 cm. Once again, we bring it now to the point P and mark an arc of 8.5 cm. Where the two arcs meet will be the point R. Now we can use the ruler to join R to P and to Q. QR is 9.8 cm and PR is 8.5 cm. In the first part, we need to measure the size of the angle facing the shortest side. So we need to bring our compass to Q because Q is where the angle is that face the shortest side, 8.5. So we bring the protractor and take a measurement. So it is about 52 degrees. And Q, now we have to construct the bisector of QR. So bisector of QR, what we need to do is to bring the compass to the point Q and take a distance of about slightly more than half of the line QR. We draw an arc on one side of the line and another arc on the other side of the line. Without changing the width of the compass, we bring the compass to the point R and draw an arc over the first arc. Similarly, draw over the other arc. So now we can join the two X and extend it all the way to cut PQ. The bisector must cut PQ as what is required here and also shown in our diagram. Right, so we have the point T, which is here. T is here. Right, and we have to measure the length of QT. So to measure the length of QT, we bring the compass to the point T and extend the line the distance is 8 cm. So we transfer it to the ruler and take the measurement from the ruler, 8 cm. We now move on to question 2. Once again, we underline the important facts and draw the rough diagram. We must first construct the angle by measuring it, 45 degrees. Place the protractor with the middle point over Q and measure the angle 45 degrees. We draw a line, 45 degrees. Move the compass aside. Now we want the side 6 cm. To mark the side 6 cm, we bring the compass to the ruler and take a length of 6 cm. Bring it over to the point Q and draw an arc of 6 cm. That will give us the point R, which is 6 cm away from Q. And the angle here is 45 degrees. We must label all the information given in the sum. Next, on the other side, we have an angle of 60 degrees. So once again, bring in the protractor to measure an angle of 60 degrees. Draw the line for 60 degrees. And the side here is 3.5 cm. We have to take the measurement from the ruler, but we are not able to get a length of 3.5. We should actually bring the compass and cut at 3.5, which is actually around here. Okay, we should draw an arc of 3.5. Move the compass aside. So now we have the point S. And we join the points S to R using our ruler. Okay. We need to measure and write down the size of QRS. So this is QRS. This is angle we want to measure. Okay. So we bring our protractor again to measure QRS. Right, which is QRS is an obtuse angle, right? So it is about 119. 119 degrees. and measuring PT. Before we measure PT, we must first do the bisector of QS. And QS is this line here, which is the diagonal. So now we need to bisect this line. Once again, to bisect a line, QS, we use Q and S as the center. Extend the line, extend the compass to about more than half. We could actually have it longer. And now we have to mark an arc. On one side of the line and mark the arc on the other side of the line. Bring the compass over to S and cut over the first arc. And on the other side, we do the same. So now we have our two crosses, which we can join to get the bisector. Okay. Now the bisector cuts PQ at T. So this is the point T. And we have to measure the length PT. To measure a length PT, right, we need to use the compass, put at P, and once we have taken the distance from the diagram, then we can bring it over to the ruler to take the measurement, which is about 5.4. cm. That completes the question 2. We now move on to question 3. In question 3, we need to draw a circle of diameter AC 10 cm. So once again, we need to take the measurements from the ruler. Have a distance of 5 cm. And bring it over and draw a circle of 5 cm, which gives us a diameter of 10 cm. Right, now we have to find a point B on the circumference. This is the point A and C. And we have to find a point B, must be anti-clockwise, so B is below. And we have to find this point such that AB equals to BC. Now to do that, we need to bisect the line AC. So let's take the compass to A, extend the line to extend the compass to about more than halfway and draw an arc on top and below the line. Move the compass to the other side and cut over the first arc. Okay, now we have our bisector. And this bisector will cut at the circumference at B, which gives us AB equals to BC. Okay. Use the ruler to join the points A to B and then B to C. Okay. Next, we are to construct the angle CAD, which is 45 degrees. Okay, so use our compass, bring over to A. CAD, the angle is at A. Okay, and take the angle of 45 degrees from A. This is 45 degrees. And this is the point D. So CAD is 45 degrees. These two lengths are equal. And we finish off by joining C and D. Use your ruler. And what we get is a square. Right? So the first answer is a square. And next, we have to bisect BAC. Okay, bisector of BAC. So once again, now to bisect an angle BAC, the angle is at A. So the angle is at A, so we bring the compass to the point A. And draw an arc using A as the center. And the arc will cut 2 points on the angle BAC. So now we will use these 2 points. The first point is here, and the compass is right. We can draw it outside here. That does not matter. Okay, we can draw the arc here. And bring the compass to the other point and draw over the first arc. Okay, now we have our bisector. From A to this point. Now the bisector cuts the circumference at S according to the question. It cuts at A and it also cuts at S. So this is the point S. and we have the line DS, which we have to measure. To measure the line DS, we use the compass, bring it over to D and extend it. S, and that gives us a distance of 9.3. Right? Or a distance of 9.3 cm. That completes number 3. Now we go on to question 4. In question 4, right, we underline all the important facts and draw a rough diagram. The first thing we have to do is to measure the length of WY. But we have to construct the trapezium first. To construct the trapezium, we start off with WX, and we have an angle of 120. So we bring the compass, the protractor, and take an angle of 120. Okay. Use the ruler, draw 120. Put the protractor away. And we have to mark out a side of 6 cm. So we bring the compass. Oh, it's already 6 cm. Put it over here. Rotate. And mark an arc of 6 cm. So this angle here is 120 degrees. And the point here is Z. Now we need a parallel line to WX. Now to do the parallel line, we simply measure an angle of 60 because interior angles add up to 180. So we measure an angle of 60 at Z. Let's draw a longer line because we don't know where it ends. Okay, now we need a length of 9.8 from Z. Okay, so we use the compass, measure a distance of 9.8 on the ruler. And bring it to Z to mark an arc of 9.8. Then we join point to X. Okay, so that is our trapezium with the parallel sides, ZY, and this is 9.8 cm. Okay, this is actually 60 degrees. So now the next thing to do is find the bisector of WY. Now WY is a diagonal. So we want the bisector of WY, which is a diagonal. Once again, to bisect, we need the compass. Bring it over to W and take about slightly more than half. Mark the arc on both sides. Bring it over to Y and mark the arc over the first arc. Similarly, okay, now we have our bisector. Now the bisector extends to WX produce. So we need to extend WX. This is WX produce. So that it will give us the point S. So S is here. It's on WX produce. This is S. Measure the length of ST. And T is the extended T is here. So we have to measure the length of ST. To measure the length, we use the compass. Bring it over. To T and extend it to the point S. So ST is about 6.5, 6.7, 6.5. cm. WY, we need to measure WY as well. So WY. Okay. Bring it to the ruler and take the measurement. So WY is 8.6 cm. For the last part, we have to bisect angle WZY. WZY. We need to bisect this. To bisect an angle, the angle is at Z, so we put the sharp point, the center at Z. And draw an arc. Okay, now we bring over to this point here. And draw an arc. Bring over to the other point of the arc. And cut the first arc. And there we have our bisector. Use the ruler. Join Z to X. This is our bisector. Now the bisector will cut the WY at a point called U. Okay, so this is where U is. And we have to measure the angle of WUX, which is this angle here. WUX. Okay, so WUX is the angle here. To bring our protector to that area, make it center, and WUX. So if I measure correctly, it's about 104, 105 degrees. That completes all the construction. Thank you.